Well, after inches of rain fell upon the Cascades, the water is still flooding some rivers across the valley. And our reporter John Franklin now tells us more.
The flooding has increased fairly significantly, but it ebbs and flows. So we have high times and we have low times, so we're coming back up into a high time right now. We expect to see the water rising, and we have been seeing it rise again for several hours.
The Yakima, Naches, and Tieton rivers are flooding this year as increased rainfall in the mountains continues to flow downwards.
I would say this is worse than it has been in the last couple years, but it seems to be every couple years we get a big flood, and then we get a couple years of okay, and then a big flood, and then a couple years of okay, and then a big flood.
The Yakima Office of Emergency Management is working with the NOAA to help predict where the biggest flooding is going to be in the next couple of days or even hours.
So NOAA, the Weather Service, they do a ton of predictions based on rainfall and what they're going to see, and what we can expect water-wise. And then there are sensors all along the river as well, that as they see rises, they can take that and make predictions out of it.
Not only can they see where the water might go, but they can predict where the danger will be as well.
We have all the evacuation zones pre-planned ahead of time so that we can go in there and go, this place is going to get hit, this place is going to get hit, and try to get those evacuations necessary.
Despite advanced planning, they still can be surprised at the effects of a storm.
Things do come by surprise, especially bridges going down. No one expected that.
And of course, weather predictions are just predictions, and things can change in an instant.
Now, Mother Nature has a mind of her own, and I don't have control.
For Action News, I'm John Franklin.
Well, thank you very much, John, and we will continue to update you on the flood situation as, of course, we learn more. But while we're certainly expected to get our own flooding, the west side is bracing for a major disaster. Communities like Auburn, Washington are already dealing with extensive flooding. Skagit County is ultimately expected to get the worst of it. State leaders believe 75,000 people might have to be evacuated, and the Skagit River is expected to crest 4 feet above the crest during the flooding of 1990. Earlier this afternoon, Governor Bob Ferguson signed a statewide emergency declaration which will allow the state to seek federal funds. However, the Trump administration denied a similar request after damage from a bomb cyclone earlier this year.
Obviously, I'm acutely aware of the denial before, and I've shared my thoughts about that in the past. I won't repeat those here. What I will say right now is that, lives will be at stake in the coming days, and we need the federal government to do what's entirely appropriate here, which is to declare an emergency that taps into the resources and the assistance from the federal government that literally can help us save lives and help individuals save their homes and their property and their livestock.
100 National Guard members have already been deployed, and another 300 are on standby to respond as needed. Well, do you believe Yakima County is prepared for the flooding of the Yakima and Naches rivers? That's the question we asked in today's viewer poll. And you can scan the QR code on your screen or go to either our social media pages or to our website to cast your vote. The poll is set to end at 5:40 tonight, so make sure to get your votes in, and you can tell us why you voted in the comments section on our Facebook post. We'll have the results for you in our 6 p.m. newscast, but right now 59% are saying no.